Welcome to the mayhem, my fellow Cannabians. I am Weeder McGrowin, and this is 420 News, brought to you exclusively on US Weed Channel and U.S.W.C. Rocks Radio. You won't believe our top stories tonight. Lights, camera, and high stakes. The DEA has just published the hearing transcript on the potential rescheduling of marijuana. It seems our beloved plant is finally inching closer to legal normality, or perhaps just a kinder classification. MJBiz Daily reports that the move to reschedule could reflect a shift in understanding from dangerous drug to misunderstood herb. Though how enlightening this hearing will truly be is like asking whether a joint is half smoked or half lit. Depends on your perspective. In a world where prescriptions seem to flow like a river, it's a bit rich to see marijuana plead its case like it's on trial. The bureaucrats are chewing through policy at a snail's pace, aren't they? This could be a watershed moment, though. If the DEA decides to loosen its grip, US Weed Channel will need to crank up our chronic coverage to 11. Stay tuned, because this battle is far from over. We're just heating up. Or, as I like to say, we're preheating at 420 degrees. What do you think? Will cannabis finally get a fair shake from the DEA? Subscribe to US Weed Channel and stay tuned for the latest 420 news. Massachusetts, where the clams are chowdered and the cannabis is conjugated into judicial proceedings. A cannabis exec recently took the stand to detail a hiring program tied to a sheriff's trial. Apparently, this venture was greener than anticipated. The program's goal was to provide second chances, but the trial's outcome could make it a high price tag. One might say, this program is blazing new trails, in more ways than one. What's the takeaway? Even when it's supposed to be about opportunity, someone's always trying to weed out the competition. Stay tuned, because nothing gets resolved faster than legal proceedings, said no one ever. Want more cannabis business, politics, and legal news? Hit subscribe and keep your finger on the pulse of the industry with US Weed Channel. Maryland's cannabis cash cow just got fatter, clocking in a $10 million increase in Q2 sales tax revenue. The state is practically rolling in green, and not just the leafy kind. Baltimore should consider changing its motto to the Land of Mary J. Of course, as more people puff pay, it begs the question, how long before politicians start giving speeches while holding a spliff? But really, congratulations, Maryland. You're like the hedge fund managers of herbal finance, except your gains smell a lot more earthy. It's good stuff, folks. Just remember, with great revenue comes great responsibility. To not blow it all on Doritos. Think cannabis tax revenue is changing the game? Like this video, subscribe, and share it with another cannabis news fan. Well, it's a wrap on the DEA's 11-day marijuana hearing. 11 days! That's a whole lot of time to decide if marijuana's buzz is overhyped, or if there's more puff than stuff in the push for Schedule 3. Apparently the record's like a contact high, vague and leaving us wondering what we just heard. So, what's the real takeaway? Simple. The DEA is still contemplating whether the grass should join the ranks of Tylenol with codeine or continue chilling with heroin. It's like trying to decide if they want to hang out with the cool crowd or keep sitting on the fence, all while thousands of peaceful pothead prisoners await their verdict. In the meantime, while the government takes a puff, we could be left with quite the conundrum, open minds proving harder than locked doors. The sweet smell of sour bureaucracy. Keep those rolling papers handy, folks. This saga's not over yet. What happens next could reshape the future of cannabis in America. Subscribe to US Weed Channel so you don't miss the next chapter. Today's saga involves the DEA and their recent transcriptions on rescheduling cannabis, dropping like a bong in a ceramics class. The industry is abuzz, hoping for a positive shift, but suspicious as ever. Some say the DEA's movements resemble a game of cha-cha, one step forward, two steps back. Meanwhile, industry leaders are crossing their fingers tighter than a tightly rolled joint, wondering if this will finally allow them to exhale. It's almost like waiting for your flatmate to move out so you can finally use the good living room. Cynics argue it's just another smokescreen, while optimists see a budding opportunity. Only time will tell if this blow is a hit or just hot air. As always, keep your eyes peeled and maybe your windows cracked. After all, bureaucracy moves slower than a sloth in a traffic jam. Do you think this is real progress or another bureaucratic smokescreen? Drop your take in the comments and subscribe for more cannabis news. The never-ending saga of marijuana rescheduling, as suspenseful as a soap opera with slightly less drama but much better snacks. According to The Fresh Toast, and no, I don't mean breakfast, marijuana might just move on up from its current schedule, joining the ranks of slightly less misunderstood substances. But who's behind this grassroots revolution? None other than President Biden and the federal government, finally admitting that cannabis isn't quite as horrific as the old textbooks claimed. I mean, was it really necessary to lump it in with heroin? It's like calling a sprained ankle as bad as a broken leg. This rescheduling could be a game changer, possibly paving the way to decriminalization and more research. Imagine scientists diving into the weeds, pun intended, to study the plant without all that red tape. Although, knowing government speed, we may need to keep mellow and just wait for it to arrive sometime in the future, if the paperwork doesn't get misplaced. So, while we wait to see if the powers that be finally get it right, let's keep our fingers crossed and our bongs ready. Back to you in the studio, unless you're already working on that second breakfast. Want to stay ahead of the cannabis policy conversation? Subscribe to US Weed Channel and join us for the next 420 news update. It seems Americans are putting the bottle down and picking up the bong. According to a WJAC report, marijuana use is on the rise, while alcohol consumption takes a nosedive. Could this be the ultimate trade-up? Gone are the days of hangovers and questionable selfies. We've entered an era of calm and creativity, or maybe just more snacks. Naturally, as people find solace in the green herb, big alcohol must be feeling just a bit bitter. Perhaps a splash of tonic will improve their spirits. It's curious how America might slowly transition from cheers to chill. But of course, can we really say Americans are trading problems when they're only changing their poison du jour? Stay tuned, folks. Let's see how this saga of sobriety and sativa unfolds. That's all we have for this particular twist in the great American vice swap. What do you think? Are Americans really trading alcohol for cannabis? Tell us what you think in the comments and subscribe for more. Texas, the land of cowboy hats, barbecue, and one colossal conundrum over cannabis. SouthTexasNews.com dives deep into the tangled weeds of hemp and THC laws with their riveting multi-part series. This legal hoedown weighs in on the scientific and political showdowns happening in the Lone Star State. While some Texans want to mosey on up to more liberal laws, others think they should just stick to roping cattle. The only thing more painful than a Senate debate down there? Stepping on a Lego barefoot. And with politicians slower than a herd of turtles stampeding through peanut butter, this saga promises to be more dramatic than a soap opera starring Chuck Norris. Think Texas should change its cannabis laws? Sound off in the comments, then subscribe to US Weed Channel for more cannabis policy news. In legislative news that's got businesses buzzing, Harris-Slawski LLP is spotlighting 5 bills every California cannabis operator needs to track for 2026. Now, these aren't just any bills, they're practically the Magna Carta of Mary Jane. We've got laws aiming to streamline regulations, ensure sustainable practices, and, wait for it, improve banking access for our poor plant-loving entrepreneurs who currently have worse prospects than a monopoly player in jail. But with lawmakers' focus as sharp as a foggy San Francisco morning, one wonders if these reforms will really roll out or just get lost in a cloud of forgetfulness. Stay tuned as these bills either propel the industry forward or simply go up in smoke. Metaphorically, of course. Which California cannabis reform matters most to you? Let us know below and subscribe so you don't miss the next policy update. London and New York, cities that create culture by the puff and the pound. However, Bloomberg reports London should watch its step and learn from New York's recent misstep in the cannabis market. The Big Apple might be a high flyer, but it's got a few seeds in its mix. Apparently, New York's attempt to regulate the green has been a bit of a spliff flop, marked by sky-high taxes and a tangled web of red tape. It seems they've managed to turn what should be a blissful experience into an administrative bad trip. London, take note. It's easy to lose the aroma of opportunity in a cloud of over-regulation. Now, we all love a bit of bureaucracy with our brownies, don't we? Said no one ever. London's planners should consider this a warning. Legalize smarter and don't follow New York into the regulatory rabbit hole. Because, let's face it, having an out-of-control pot market isn't just a buzzkill, it's genuinely a joint problem. What can London learn from New York's cannabis rollout? Share your thoughts, hit like, and subscribe to US Weed Channel for more cannabis industry news. Those are your updates today, my puffers and puffettes. Try not to get caught up in the madness. Stay grounded and lifted and be good humans. Remember to support all things US Weed Channel as we create a voice for cannabians worldwide. Like, love, share, and definitely get the app. This is Weeder McGrowin with 420 News on US Weed Channel. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow.